You live in a city. Crowded streets, tiny apartments, takeout for dinner, traffic that never stops. It feels modern. It feels like a problem we just invented. But 2,000 years ago, a man in Rome woke up to almost the exact same life. Same crowds, same rent, same noise, same exhaustion. Rome was the first true megacity. Over 1 million people, packed into a space smaller than most modern towns. And it ran on problems you would recognize instantly. So let's walk through one ordinary day. Not an emperor, not a soldier, just a regular Roman, waking up in his rented room, already behind. First, the apartment. Most Romans did not live in marble villas. They lived in cramped, flimsy apartment blocks called insulae, stacked up to 9 floors high. And here is the twist on the rent. The rich lived on the bottom floors, close to the street. The poorer you were, the higher you climbed. Our Roman lived near the top. No running water up there, no toilet, no kitchen. Just a small rented room and a very long walk down for everything. And those top floors were dangerous. Built cheap and fast from wood, insulae caught fire constantly and sometimes simply collapsed with people still inside. So he did not sleep in. He couldn't. Because all night long the streets below his window had been roaring. Here is a problem you know too well. Traffic. Rome's streets were so jammed in the daytime that carts were banned until after dark. So every delivery, every supply wagon, every load of stone rolled through at night. The whole city tried to sleep over the sound of grinding wheels. He got up at dawn anyway. No clock, no alarm. The sunrise was the alarm. And the workday started the moment there was light. Breakfast was nothing fancy. A piece of bread, maybe dipped in wine or olive oil, eaten standing up, often on the way out the door. Because remember, his room had no kitchen. Cooking meant open flames in a wooden fire trap, so most Romans almost never cooked at home. Instead, they ate out. Constantly. The streets were lined with little fast food counters called thermopolia, serving hot meals to go. Hot stew, sausages, bread, cheese, wine, all grabbed at a counter and eaten on your feet. Ancient Rome ran on takeout long before you did. But before any of that, our Roman had a duty. Every morning he had to go visit his patron, a richer, more powerful man who protected him. This was the salutatio. You showed up, you paid respect, and you might get a little money, a meal, or a favor. Networking, with the mask off. Favor collected, he headed for the heart of the city. The Forum. This was downtown, city hall, courthouse, and shopping center, all crammed into one roaring plaza. Business, lawsuits, gossip, politics, and shopping all happened here at once. If you wanted to know anything or sell anything, you came to the Forum. And the walls of the city were covered in writing. Election slogans, advertisements, announcements, and a flood of scratched-in graffiti. Some was political. Vote for this man, he will fix the roads. Some was an ad for a shop. And plenty was just people insulting each other. Romans wrote on walls the way we post online. Jokes, brags, complaints, love notes, and feuds. 2,000 years later, we can still read the arguments. The politicians knew it worked. They hired writers to paint slogans across the busiest walls. Exactly like buying ad space on the biggest billboard in town. Our Roman did his business through the morning. Bought a few things, argued a bit, listened to the news shouted across the Forum. And then, around noon, something wonderful happened. The Roman workday simply ended. For most people, real work stopped by early afternoon. 6 hours of work, and the rest of the day was yours. So what did a Roman do with a free afternoon? He went to the baths. And the baths were not just for getting clean. They were the center of Roman social life. Gym, spa, pool, bar, and meeting spot, all in one. Entry cost almost nothing, so nearly everyone went, rich and poor together. You would spend hours here every single day. First you exercised. A ball game, some lifting, a run in the courtyard. The Romans took working out seriously, long before any modern gym. Then you sweated in a hot room and plunged into cold water. They had no soap, so they oiled up and scraped it off with a curved tool. And while you soaked, you talked. Business deals, political rumors, who insulted whom, the score from yesterday's games. The baths were the social network of Rome. Even the toilets were social. Long public benches with many seats in a row, no walls, no privacy. You sat with strangers and chatted. It sounds strange to us, but to a Roman, being alone all day would have felt far stranger. Life was loud, crowded, and shared, almost every hour. Clean, relaxed, and caught up on the gossip, our Roman still had the best part of the day ahead of him. entertainment. And Rome did entertainment bigger than anyone. The biggest event in the city was not the gladiators. It was the chariot races, held in a giant stadium called the Circus Maximus. 250,000 people could cram in to watch. That is bigger than almost any stadium on Earth today, and it was free to get in. And the fans were obsessed. Teams had colors: the reds, the blues, the greens, the whites. You supported your color for life, and you hated the others. People bet their savings on the races. Star charioteers became megastars, richer and more famous than generals. It was professional sports, fandom, and all. And yes, there were the games at the arena. Gladiators, hunts, huge staged spectacles, brutal but wildly popular, and usually paid for by politicians. Why free races and free games? Because keeping 1 million restless people fed and entertained was how you kept the city from exploding. Bread and circuses. As the sun dropped, our Roman headed home for dinner. The main meal of the day, and if he was lucky, an invitation to someone else's table. Romans ate dinner lying down. They reclined on couches around a low table, leaning on one elbow, eating with their fingers. A good dinner party could last for hours. Course after course, wine watered down and shared, conversation, music, and arguments deep into the night. But once dinner ended, the city changed. The sun went down, and Rome at night became a very different, very dangerous place. There were no streetlights, no police force. The dark alleys filled with thieves, muggers, and the rumble of those night delivery carts returning. Anyone with money traveled at night, with a crew of torch-bearing slaves to light the way and scare off trouble. Walking alone was asking for it. So our Roman hurried home, climbed all those stairs in the dark, and shut the door on a city that never really slept. And lying in that cramped rented room, listening to carts grind past below, his day looked a lot like yours. He rented a small apartment he couldn't really afford. He ate takeout because he had no kitchen. He fought traffic, dodged ads, and followed his team. The city we think we invented, Rome built first. 2,000 years ago, they were already living the crowded, noisy modern day you wake up to. So the next time your city feels too loud, too crowded, too much, remember. Someone in a toga felt exactly the same way a very long time ago.